Not even mommy can talk, so she grown me. Me left her wealthy and lonely. Yo, 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 yo. We back with another segment, another topic. We still here with Demby and Tara. What's going on? Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we here again with a new topic. This time we gotta make this topic short because the last topic we went overboard with that topic. We was running about 3 or 4 miles on that topic. But we took a topic from that same argument that we was having about women. So I asked Tara because then we kind of make we know how him feel already in the last argument. So Tara, do you feel like most women play the side chick role because the guy is rich, the guy is financially stable, you know?
Um, I don't think it's because of the finances. I think it's because of the person and what that woman could benefit off of from that.
The perks.
Um, the perks, yes, not necessarily the money, because sometimes someone who don't really have money can have some awesome perks. They might could put it like locally, they might could get you in for free, or they might actually introduce you to somebody bigger than you. You know what I mean? Some women do play that kind of role for that too. It's not necessarily for the man, but who they can get from the man.
Oh, so it basically not necessarily financial, but another type of
the status, their status.
Okay.
Status. They'll do that for status, and then they also don't have to play the role of the good girl. They get to have the man, have the money, have the perks, and they can go out with their girls and do what they want to do and have fun as well. So it's kind of like getting the benefit without actually having to do the work.
So, as if okay, would you ever be a side chick? Let's say, Idris Alba walk in the club one night. He's married, and he said, "Oh damn, Tia, I saw you tonight. I was looking at you, and I want to get to know you and keep you around for a while." Would you think about entertaining that, or would most women entertain
right. Damn right.
You hear that? You hear that? That's my point. That's my point already. I haven't even spoken yet. Brother, where it go?
Okay.
I laughed at me.
If any woman said they wouldn't entertain the thought, they're lying. You would entertain the thought, depending on how the vibe was going. You know what I mean? Yeah, you would entertain that thought. Look at who he is. You know what I mean? That's like saying if a president came to you. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother caliber, because the perks right there. That's why I said perks.
Okay,
But
so you want to fly around in the Learjet and go to all the movie openings?
Would I actually be that? No. I'm stingy.
So do you think most women would take that offer up? Let's say.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what's the percentage you feel
I'm
like?
gonna tell you right now, like people will sit here, and want to say the politically correct thing, but there's some women sitting on a church bench right now who would take that offer up. Just real talk. I mean,
big facts.
It just. I mean,
big
come on
facts.
now.
No, that is fact. That is fact.
That's fact.
Brother, you ready for me jump in, partner?
Jump in, DJ, anger management, mix, jump in, DJ.
So, So, to say, those most women play side chick role for money. We got to extend that to money and fame. You know what I'm saying?
So fling some fame on it too?
Yeah, fame and money, which kind of, sometimes it coincides. It's not like some of these rappers and reggae artists who have little fame but don't have no money. But that's a topic for a different day.
Big facts.
I think fame and money is the reason why women put themselves in situations, because, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you one thing, I'm going to tell you a story. Like, I remember one time I was in Texas, back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mm.
And It's like I had a friend down there, and you know, nothing never really was going on and thing, and you know what I'm saying. And I know that when I was around her and walking in the house, and I squeezed a little fart, she was like, "Yo, you so damn nasty, you dirty junker. You couldn't go in the bathroom and do that." Soon as things flip around for me, I start making some money, and you know what I'm saying. She started driving my Benz and stuff like that. I even fought in the Benz with her, and she's like, "Oh, you so crazy. You so crazy."
But all right.
no,
Now, Blue
no,
Devil's advocate again. Maybe at
no,
that
you
time
tell.
she found you entertaining, not just wealthy.
Right. So I'm saying to you now, when money is involved,
Mm-hmm.
a woman will put aside everything and accept that, because if you go to a woman and say, "Look, I have my lady, but I would like to talk to you, and you know, I know you got rent to pay. I know you know what I'm saying. I know you maybe have a local college fee if you're a college girl, or I know you maybe have a car payment. I will help you on that." It is intriguing for, and any woman would really listen to that. Not
Yeah.
saying all would go for it, but it is intriguing. It's an entertaining argument or a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I believe I believe your words because everything you're saying now is very factual because he's speaking from a guy of he has done these things before.
Yeah. I'm not a mean guy. I'm not a mean guy.
I mean,
But
He's
but
definitely
when
not a
you look
mean
at
guy.
it,
You want to go to school, you
when
want
you
a
look
better
at
life,
it,
you better yeah. I'm telling you.
it's
But
a
anyway,
moral. It's the woman and what she feels is morally, morally acceptable. Because if you go into work, you know what I mean. You go to work, you do shit you don't want to do. You have
all the
to
time.
accept and be around people you don't want to be. You know what I mean. And then you got someone walking up to you saying, "Hey, I'll give you basically your salary just if you pick up the phone when I call you."
Yeah,
You
be
know what I
there.
mean?
fact,
And some
fact.
women would be like, "I don't what for what?" Especially if you got a woman who's struggling herself. You know what I mean? Like that is just kind of like it's fast money. It intrigues us. You know what I mean? The same way
I
the
believe
street life intrigues men. You know what I mean? We as women, we can't really go out there and do that. So women have to use the sexual aspect. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can
Right.
have I tell everybody like everyone, oh, having a daughter is hard. You know what I mean? It's harder to raise a son because I hate to say it, I wouldn't want to raise my daughter that way, but my daughter could marry into some money and not have to work a day in her life. You know what
That's
I
true.
mean?
And it
Whereas
happens a lot.
my son
Fact.
is gonna have to be that man who's carrying
Provide.
somebody one
Yeah.
day.
To
Yeah.
provide.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
And you know what the thing is? That's why the gentleman club business is booming as far as the females. That's why
Hmm.
you see a lot of females in these clubs dancing, and they, what I'm saying, looking good because they know these rich guys may come in and give them a come up.
Hold up,
Yep,
hold
that's
up.
their hustle.
I feel like
You
that's a
know,
shot at me. I go to the gentleman club all the time and I'm not rich. I go there for sightseeing, brother. Don't do me. Don't do that to me. Don't do me that.
That's a whole nother
brother,
topic right there.
Yeah. Well, you
That's a
asked for some
whole
of my
nother
life.
topic.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah,
but you need to support the industry.
Like,
Might as well tip.
I do tip when I can.
No, when you can, it's $1,000.
Yo, but back to the subject at hand. I'm jump in and put a little piece in there and then I'll come back in. I agree with I agree with both of y'all half of each of everything you said. But I think it's mostly for fame. I think a lot of these young ladies
status.
do the shit for status and fame. For to be seen and somebody say, "Oh, she the one that's messing with this." It's kinda like they they partially
Hmm.
famous. You ever seen like in our scene around here, a girl messing with somebody that's pretending like they have money and all of
Hmm.
a sudden her head just she just got to a different level. and you paying attention to them, and you looking at the whole situation, and you kind of laughing at it to yourself because you like, yo, she's a side chick to a dude with no money, but just because he has popularity, she feels like she has made it.
Yo, stop. It's called local celebrity.
Yeah, but am
They're
I lying
local
here,
celebrities.
or
You know
am
what
I
I
lying?
mean?
Or
Like
I'm spitting
it's
some
that
60s
status,
right now.
yo. Some people will just come stand next to you just to, you know what I mean, just to be seen. Like, it's the status that does it mostly.
Yeah, I definitely
Tagging.
feel
Right.
like that because a lot of females I realize that when they mess with some of these guys, they don't really get anything from them. They barely get their bills paid, barely. But they can go
But
in the
see,
And
I
that's
club
you
and they
not
can
gotta
stand
say,
around. They get free entrance and all of that. That's suffice for fame for them. Oh, I know who that is.
mhm,
That's her. That's such and such. You know?
mhm.
and that's sad
They
too.
they looking into the future. They looking into their future. They're making an investment. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? This 6 months walking around, they know he broke, but they gonna make him look rich. They gonna go and buy
yeah.
him drinks and act like he
Step the
paying
status
for it.
up.
You know what I mean? They're gonna step him up. They're gonna step him up. They both using each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So so
And that's crazy though.
so in we're at the 11 minute going on 12 minute mark. I think that we have accomplished this conversation, but I want to throw one in, and we can take it to about 23 minutes or so. Or depends on how great the conversation go. But I want to do a new tune and switch the subject and go to Lori Harvey. Do we think that what Lori Harvey is doing is outrageous, or is that just how the cookie crumbling because she's famous, or is it
Let
kind
me
of scandalous?
no, let me jump in on
You
this
want anger
because
management mix for them, DJ brother, DJ.
up. I think I think what Lori Harvey is doing is well within her right, and me personally applaud her. I think that the time that we're living in,
Boo him?
where
No, me nah boo him.
social media, huh?
No, then they tell me for boo you. I say me nah boo
but in all actuality, the time we're living in exposes everybody life that they're living, and I feel like at that age, I think that she should go through however she want to go through, not because she's dealing with people who is high profile. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was around her age, I don't care if she sleep with 10 other celebrity. I am comfortable having her as my lady. These men act like these men act like when you get sex from a woman, you take the actual pum pum and leave with it. You never leave with it.
Some of these mans actually do in their mind, them have it in their pocket or wallet or whatever.
Well, yeah, in them mind. So for their mental regression now have nothing to do with me. Now, if a woman look good, the woman look good for me. I don't care if I never lay in bed one day with no woman and ask, was you happy? Was I good? How many man you sleep? These are questions for lame. I don't
Yes, sir.
ask those questions.
So
You see,
so
from the day I start talking to you, if your loyalty from that day on is that's all I accept. And with her talking to Michael B. Jordan now and people hating on even him, I think that's stupid. Why the
oh.
girl not supposed to marry and have kids one day?
Well,
Come on.
that's definitely understandable. So I'm gonna ask you. So, number a young lady's number is not a problem for you.
No, I
Oh,
don't care if a woman sleep with 1,000 man.
yee.
When she get to me, I feel like that's where the loyalty start. No, if you mess up while you mess with me, there's no going back. But if you've been with 1,000 man before me, first of all, I'm not even gonna ask you that question. And if you do, I can still walk with you proudly, and I don't care who wanna say, "Oh, I had that," "Oh, I had." Yes, you, the correct word, operative word, you had it.
Okay.
No, I have it. And once me have it, you never take it with you. Me not go see her. Me not go see.
You
You
have
know
it.
me. I say.
Nobody else.
Me have it.
Okay.
Nobody not have it. Me have it. It's just like me buy a car, and it have 5 owner already. When
Mm.
me have it and put my rims on it,
You're
or
a carry that.
right, put my non-shock get this in it. It's mine now.
True, true, true. So
So,
Tierra, DJ,
Yeah,
the band's a
yeah,
mix for you.
yeah, yeah,
DJ,
yeah.
come here what you say.
Okay, first off, what is she doing? She's dating. You know what I mean? Just because she's with somebody doesn't mean. I mean, now I haven't seen anything where every man that she's dated came out and was like, "Oh, we slept together." First off, just because a woman is with a man don't mean that there is that sexual aspect. She has her right to date who she wants to date. Okay. Second off, actually, this should be first. She comes from a certain status.
Yeah.
Okay. And she comes from a certain status, not from a man she dated, but from her father. She was born into it. Okay. I would think less of her if she won't date in those kind of men.
Mm.
You can't belittle your status to someone less than,
that's a good point.
especially if you already in that caliber. You know what I mean? Like, no, I refuse. If I'm used and accustomed to men of this caliber, and I myself can maintain this caliber without these men, what do I look like going through a whole bunch of men who can't even keep up with me?
Some bums,
Right.
bums.
But you know what, though? You know what, though? That's a good point. The only thing is, she never listened to nothing her father said when her father wrote that book, Think Like a Man, Act Like
Yeah.
All That. And
My
She
youth,
acting like
my
a man.
youth,
She acting like a man. That's why everybody's talking
my
about it. 'Cause
youth.
she acting like a man. She's showing people that even though I'm a woman, I can get out here and date who I want to date when I want to date them, and y'all can talk about it. You see Bow Wow with just as many
Stand
girls.
likely.
You see what's his name, Chris Breezy, done went through more of top
but
model banging women, but because she's a woman,
Yeah,
you know what I
society, but
mean?
Tierra,
The men are
no,
gonna
but
look
Tierra,
at it,
Tierra,
yeah,
and then the women
society,
are gonna hate because they can't get that caliber.
but
society
Tierra,
has
Because they can't get
society
it.
has already put that deem that mark as if you
right.
do those things, you're promiscuous. But let me play devil's advocate real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 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 now that she's it's okay for her to do what she feel like do, of course, because it's
Right.
her life and she's living her life. But to whom they are watching and to whom they are listening would say that do she have to do what she's doing? So in a year we have seen her with uh, quite a few different guys. Some father and son, some basketball player, NASCAR player. I'm not judging her cause life. I know those things go already. But it does look in the eyes of the world and society that she's tossing herself around Hollywood. It does look like that, to be honest with you. No,
But
the
no,
question could be
It's
wait,
because
let me
she's
finish.
got money though.
Let I finish this though. But the question could
go
be
ahead.
that just because it's not wrong if she's tossing herself around Hollywood. But the question is could look at people could look at it and say, yo, she looks like a whore.
Well, listen. People might look at it like that, but the fact still remain is this: everybody still want a piece of her. Obviously, there's something that
I don't
there's
want a
something
piece
that
I don't want a piece of her. I'm lying. I'm lying.
well, I would take all of her. I would take all of her. But this is the thing, people have to realize that, not because she did this person, this person, this person, this person. It is okay. It's a fact that a man attract to a woman attract to a man, and you do whatever you please. Not because the girl sleep with 5 different other celebrities, and now she met a celebrity that they think alike, they act alike, and they're compatible. I don't think nothing is wrong with that. And you see the females them out there that might have a problem with it. Most of them are sleeping with guys for free. She's actually in a class like teaching.
No, you don't have to throw them under the bus. What did they do to you?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna agree with that because I've seen people on my Facebook timeline that went through 4 different relationships in 1 year, and everybody's under each post praying and hoping that it works for them.
Whoa.
And it's okay.
Right.
Whoa.
Okay.
So Tara,
So
you actually
that's
giving
in
some
real
of them a
life.
whole year?
Women, listen. It's only hating because they don't have that. The people who are mad are women who can't get that. You know what I mean? Why are you mad about what
Exactly.
that woman doing with her body?
But you
Like
know
that's her body
you
at the
know
end
you
of the
know what
day.
I've seen. I've seen mostly men upset about it. But go back to what Tierra was saying earlier.
And men are
You
upset
giving
about it
some of them
because
a whole year?
they mad because she ain't gonna date somebody like them.
No,
Exactly.
I have seen some of those same people you're talking about on our similar timeline, and I don't think it was a year. But let's just go back to Lori Harvey.
I'm just saying, let people be great, man.
Yeah, I
Let
mean,
people
I'm
be
just hey,
great. You know what I
live
mean?
your life, be as
Live
happy
their
as you want to
life.
be.
I ain't in
You
their
know,
bed with them, so that's
don't
none
even
of my
pay me no
business.
attention because all I do is stay in the house and hide from Corona.
Yeah. But the reason I view that in that totality is that I don't sit on no moral high ground to judge nobody or to feel like say, yo, this lady do what she wanna do, and what if that's what makes her happy? Like all these pictures that she's posting and letting people in her life, she look happy with every one of them dudes that I see her with, Puff Daddy, Small Daddy, Future, all
She
these
did look
guys.
real happy with Diddy. Did it? She did look real happy.
You know what I'm saying?
Look real happy.
But they all look happy. All them guys look happy. You understand what I'm saying?
So
Hmm.
wouldn't you look
So,
happy too?
She
huh?
don't got. I haven't heard her exes coming out talking trash. So why is the rest of the world doing it? That's what I want to understand.
Society society deem itself the judge, jury, and executioner of people more.
Haters,
Yeah,
haters.
they don't like to see people
Corona did it.
happy.
Corona's what really did it because a lot of people are sitting in their house miserable, judging other people who are out there still living their life. Corona really did it.
I don't. I think people been hating
Corona.
before. I think people been hating before the c word, but I think that people are just miserable. A lot of people life is in the buckets, and whatever they can do to bring other people down, that's just what they choose to do. Cause
Look,
why do I care
look.
about what a celebrity do? Other than here's my take on it. Let me give my quick take on it. Then I'll turn it back over to you. I I don't necessarily agree with what Lori Harvey is doing, but I don't care. I don't even know Lori Harvey, so it doesn't it doesn't come in my mind to care who Lori Harvey messing with until I go on one of these blogs or see it on TV or on the internet that she's with a different man. At the end of the day, I don't care because Lori Harvey, she's not in my life. I don't see her unless I'm on the internet. The last Lori I seen was the white lady down the street that came and asked me if I can help her get some people to vote. So I don't not none of that stuff means anything to me. People just we're at a stage where now people don't mind them damn business.
So
People worry
let
about
me ask you this.
everybody else's business except for them one.
Let me ask you this, brother. With
Mm.
knowing L'Oreal recount as far as just the celebrity part about it. If she slide in your DM or whatever, or reach out to you just based off how you look or whatever the case may be, I want to start a relationship with you. Would you do it?
Uh no. But uh, but I would definitely have sex with her and we can
I was just
date
gonna
as
say, you
friends.
just said if the woman got enough money, you'll be her side dude.
You'll be a
I'll be
side.
listen, I'll be her
Yeah,
side
man.
dude if she
Look,
broke.
bro.
Yeah, I'll be her
Bro.
side dude if she broke. But he
So,
said
bro.
relationship. I
So,
you know. Here's the thing with me though. See, them be as my big bro. We have different thinkings. I'm shallow. When I want my woman for myself. I don't want to to I don't want to walk out into a in an area and me and my woman in a club and 6 7 man in our club. I look upon my woman and I say and I reminisce upon all of the stuff them in my head where she has done with me. That just doesn't for me. That just doesn't feel right. No, I may be it may be shallow or I may be my insecurities are killing me. Whatever it is, But that's just how I feel.
well, that's nothing is wrong with that. And I said this to say that, brother. At the end of the day, the way I look at it is this. I never care whether you a woman sleep with 1,000 woman or 1,000 man or 1 man. No. I just feel like when something starts with you and that person,
Yeah.
everything else it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? So You're telling me you rather deal with somebody who deal with 50 man, but you don't know about it. So that makes it okay.
Yes.
Well,
That's what
yeah,
it is.
well,
Yes.
yeah. They have a saying that what you don't know can hurt you, and what you know
You
can.
were live. You were live.
So
Cause you
how,
You are
how it
damn
gonna hurt
right.
me if I don't know?
okay, hold on. Cause you just said you don't want to be in a club.
Yeah, but if I don't,
Okay,
that's
but you
because I
know about
know.
okay. So what if you in a club with her and you think she ain't had nobody, and then it's 50 dudes who all walk up and be like, "Hey, I miss you. Hey, I miss you. Hey, I miss you." You know,
Well,
you
well,
bring it
well.
out.
Hey, see them be no. I have to really introduce the hero to the real me. Then she'll be going home with one of those 50 dudes, cause she won't be going home with me.
But
And
okay,
then
let
you
us say
know
in
this.
two
You
years.
know this.
But you
No,
gave
I
her
know
a
this.
try. My
No,
point is you
But
gave her a
I
chance.
did
You
not
didn't give the
know.
woman you
And
don't
this is
know.
things that like for me, when you go into a relationship, you express it. Everybody meet at a point of relationship where they come to a conclusion of what they're gonna get to. Well, like I've been saying that, you know, what I'm gonna put up with, this was okay. I give you a pass for that. You was messing with such and such. I was messing with such and such. We cool, we cool. But if me and you didn't get to do that, then you don't know if I'm cool with these things because I don't know that 50 man in the club run through you. I don't want to be the lady 50 man in the club run through. I
no,
don't
but
want to know.
But
I
too
don't
late.
want
It's
to
not
know.
too
It's a
late.
difference when you know. If I don't know, then it cannot hurt me. But if I know, say
oh,
my woman fuck touch 50 man in the club, 7 man in the club, I'm gonna feel away.
okay. So answer this then.
Yeah.
So I am saying you didn't after about 3 years. She's been perfect, the perfect lady for you. For 3 years, y'all been together. Y'all even have a kid together. And then you found out that your woman when she used to live in Florida, man, like everybody down there ran to her. Would it make a difference then? You gonna leave her?
So where we live now?
No, I was just saying,
No, no, wait, no man.
No,
You now listen to me,
yeah,
man. Where do we live now? Where me and the woman, where we live?
y'all live,
Oh,
yeah,
so you you
okay,
gotta
okay.
go.
Y'all live in Maryland now.
We
Y'all
live
live
in
in Maryland.
Maryland. Well, it's a strong possibility we have to go keep the family together. But if we
So you
still
know,
live in Florida, then the family are gonna mash up. Yeah, man.
so hold on, brother. So vacation to Florida is off limits then.
Off limits. We can't go there, sir. Yeah? Hey, shall mention flow and be an argument in the house. Broops, arm here. Yo,
Oh,
tapping nice.
okay. Okay, well at least you're keeping it 100. You're
Yeah, I
keeping it
gotta
a
tell
buck.
the
For me,
truth, bro.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
you know my style already.
I know that.
I have certain things. I live by my convictions. A lot of people that don't know me might think opposite of that, or might think that the person that they see is is a facade or whatever they want to believe. But
No, you're
please,
authentic. I can speak that. As a big bro, I can speak that. What I would say this, this is the reason why for a woman to lock me down, it takes a lot because sex is not important to me at
wait,
my
man,
stage in my life
brother.
right now.
You know, say this is the
Hold
second
on.
time you come
I
on the podcast and I thought them more gunshot for you.
no, but listen,
No, wait till we done shoot you.
because
Wait till we done shoot you.
I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
because listen to me. I look at it like this, A woman have to understand there is much more you have to bring to the table
Of
for
course.
me to be that. For me to be that knight in shining armor that you always wanted.
Well, we already know
Because
that. But don't take sex
right,
off of the
so
table, though. Well,
no,
don't even put it on the table.
no,
Put it on the
hold
seat
on.
by the table.
No, we're not taking it off the table, We're not. It is important. I'm saying it's not the most important because you have to realize. I feel personally, if a woman been with 500 men before me, and she can satisfy with my sex, my everything, I look at that as an accomplishment because you tried 500 and you stuck at me. I feel proud of that.
I feel
That's just
yourself too
me.
much, hombre. I feel yourself too much. Boo him, people. Boo him.
No,
I mean, I get both sides of it. You know what I mean? A woman's past should be her past, but some things,
Closer to the phone, T.
I got to come closer.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you good now.
sound low.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Okay. A woman's past should be her past, but at the same time, what you do, you know, kind of also symbolizes, what you are. You can date a lot of people, but you can't be 500 people, man. You run down,
That's a
man.
yeah. Yeah.
No,
Like
A
but
woman, okay, as a woman, it's a temple. You know what I mean? And you don't just let anybody in there.
true.
So
True.
like, so from a woman's perspective, that's just me. That's mine. I would think that a man that I deal with would expect nothing less than that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The fact
well,
that he's willing to have a woman, who has 500 bodies, a lot comes with 500 bodies. It ain't,
Make you
our,
skeptical
our
well,
though.
stuff,
well,
our stuff,
I'm not saying,
we're
but
really
well,
internal. It's internal. So every time you put a different body on you, you're allowing that to deposit into you. Yours is external. You know what I mean? That's coming inside of us. Like
well,
that
that's
that
from the
makes a big
moral.
difference, because like you said before, if they'll cheat before, they're gonna cheat again. If she was a whore before, she's gonna be a whore again. That's just
Oh.
who she is.
No,
Oh.
hold on,
Oh.
T, hold on.
500
I,
bodies.
Oh.
it's not. Hold on. It's not. I don't think. Hold on.
500 bodies.
I don't think. No, 500, 1,000 still doesn't matter to me. Because I'm gonna tell you a story. In around 2002, I don't know, because I'm not calling no name, because people might be listening. No. In those time, I can remember, probably before that, about 90 years. But either way, slept with every Jamaican that was in the area at that time, slept with that girl. Every single one of them. And I tell you this, we used to hang out at this car wash, and everybody used to say, boy, oh, where you was? I can bet you was on, they keep saying who sleep with her and all these things. So one day I saw her, and I talked to her. They used to have a club of work called Executive. And I talked to her, and me and her start messing around. And I'm telling you, when I got into her pum pum, I couldn't tell if there was a thousand man who sleep with her. That was
Feeling. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
saying.
see
I'm
I
not
miss
saying. I'm
I
not
miss
saying
it.
run down. I'm talking about the tendencies of a person. You
but
you understand? Like for people to, yeah, people go through like risky moments. I'm not gonna sit there, and act like, but it's a mentality. If you feel like that was okay, I'm not saying that some people may turn around and become a nun. Maybe I used the wrong term. You know what I mean? But the tendencies of that comes with damage. That comes
Yeah,
with like
that's a
someone
no
to
go
do
for me.
that. That's a damaged
I,
person.
Yeah.
Like
I
maybe if you meet
could
them
be.
after they went through their damage, but like if you meet someone who's going through that damage, right? Like they gotta find themselves. They need to be by
No, that's
themselves.
true. No, and I said that. I said that in the last podcast, and I said that if somebody's doing that, then she's damaged. It's a person that
Yeah,
is
they're
first who
damaged.
is right. But I'm saying after she did all of that, and she's faithful right now, you and her dating, and she is being the woman who you think is great. Then I think what she did in her past didn't matter. First of all, I wouldn't know really because I don't care, and I wouldn't even ask a question like that. But I feel like, yo, she tried all the rest. Now she have the
Well,
best.
I
I know
spit
that's
spit
right.
again. All right, brother.
I know
One.
that's right.
But we're gonna close this segment out too. And in conclusion, T, I want you to give us your concluding part of this segment so we can close out.
I would I would just say that if Lori Harvey was thought, if they came out tomorrow and said she was a virgin, you know what I mean? Would people really still think differently of what she's doing? You know what I mean? Like people are too busy trying to be inside of her bedroom. You can date, and I'm not mad at her for dating. The only
Mm-hmm.
people who are mad are, like I said, women who can't date that caliber
Straight.
or men who aren't that caliber. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People who don't care, we just don't care. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We find it amusing. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna read up on it,
Yep.
but
I'm going to
I
laugh
really
and
don't
keep it
care.
moving.
I'm not gonna judge her. You know what I mean? Like I don't want nobody judging me, so I'm not judging the next man. If people stop judging other people and judge themselves, the world would be a better place.
That's facts. So, Dembe, Big Broski,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
closing, what
man.
you have to say?
In closing, my point of view is this: like I've been through so much, and I've traveled all around the world for my moral high ground to sit at the top of any throne, looking down at someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care what woman did whatever she did in the past. I just feel like if you find a resurgence in your life and you're ready to be true, I think that's all is good enough to me. The sexual part about it, okay, that's fine. But listen, sometimes you go through the weed to try to find a clearer path. And if you find a clear path, hey, anybody have a second chance with me in life when it comes to stuff like that, right? What you did in your past. So I'm good with that.
All right. So, well, with me, in closing, I would like to say that your past is your past, but don't bring it to my future. So if you know that you was out there being out there, find you a man like them because a man like me, that's too much problems for me. My ego and my mindset is not at that stage in life for me to be able to accept that. And I won't accept that. But I am not here to judge you because I'm probably one of those guys who put you in the situation that you're in that making you do this type of stuff. So I'm not a judger. But at the end of the day, don't bring that to me because I don't that's not what I want for myself. So,
Amen. Amen.
you know, and remember what I said in the last segment of the podcast. Men are stupid. And women, y'all need to know that. But remember, this is the Anything Goes podcast, and we're here. You know, we're here with Tara, we're here with Demby, and we'll close out this segment and move on. This is Tara, we're gonna have to bring you back for some more segment because every time we go to about a 20-minute segment, we end up go up on our next 40-minute segment, you know. So we're gonna
She
close
live,
out.
man. She live, man.
Yeah, man.
Tara
Good
live.
peoples. Big up yourself. Respect. Thanks for coming through. You know.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Anytime you
for
feel
having
like
me.
you're ready to come back to the podcast again, even before I ask you, just make we know and we'll work it out and we'll figure it out. Because you don't know the thing already.
Definitely.
So, like, I
Definitely.
have to
Definitely.
If I don't, then it's gonna look like I'm trying to ditch you. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if it go by too long, you just send me a message and say, yo, what's going, how come,
Yeah.
Because do you know that, let me tell you something, you're the first guest on the podcast. So let's give her a round of applause for that. Let's give her a round of applause for that. Yeah, definitely. You're the first.
I hope I set the trend. Then,
yes, I don't know already. So big up yourself. Respect. Tell people about the podcast. Tell them about, if you had a great time with us having this conversation, let them know. Tell them the episode is coming. The episode is coming soon.
Definitely.
And they should, and they should join in. Keep the podcast buzzing, keep it moving around, keep it exciting and entertainment in our city, and hopefully we can push it out there worldwide. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment in the inbox. Let us know if you agree or disagree with us, because we like these debates. So talking at the comment section, people. Make we know what going. It's the Anything Goes podcast. Sean Peoples and the family. Big up everybody out there. We're here, baby. We're here.